the cause of quality higher education. Thank you. Felicity, Professor Kesab Bhattacharya, the President, All India Federation of University and College Teachers Organization. Professor Kesab Bhattacharya. Professor Arun Kumar, the General Secretary of AIFUCTO. Professor Arun Kumar, the General Secretary of AIFUCTO. Professor D. Kumar, Treasurer, AIFUCTO. Professor M. Lokendro Singh, National Secretary, AIFUCTO. Dr. Abhijit Pataki, Secretary, AIFUCTO. Dr. A. Ishoga, the Director, Higher Education. Dr. Tenzin Wabaki, Principal, Political Science College. Madam Mohsen Jamil, Vice Principal, Kohima Science College. Dr. Lilian Nadi, Member AIFUCTO and Associate Professor. Dr. Christina K. Christina, Associate Professor and Member AIFUCTO. I now invite Professor M. Lokendro Singh, National Secretary, AIFUCTO, to give a talk on teachers' movement in Northeast India.
In the history of AIFUCTO, for the third time, its National Executive Committee meeting is taking place in Northeast India, when we are serving the post of teachers as the representatives from this region. I congratulate to all the members, leaders of all Nagaland Government College Teachers Association and its unit, Kohima Science College Teachers Association, for organizing this historic event, accepting our proposal for hosting the same. I begin this address on a personal note. I took the charge of Office of Zonal Secretary in October 2009 for the tenure of 2009 to 11, and again in December 2015 for tenure of 2015 to 17, again 17 to 19. Thereafter, I have been given the responsibility of the new responsibility for the National Secretary since 2019 December till date. I report my deep sense of gratitude to all the functionaries of AIFUCTO and former leaders for their guidance, help, advice in serving the 61 years old and the world largest body, All India Federation of University and College Teachers Organizations, is one of its representatives. Of course, this is the biggest business body serving for the support of university and college teachers and for advancement of higher education in particular and education as a whole in the country in general. The AIFUCTO stands high as an organization of teaching community struggling for various issues, educational and social. Now it should be our bounded duty to strengthen the teachers movement in the Northeast region to work at the best level. Mr. Friends, for your kind permission, I would like to mention the names of the states in the Northeast zone. Those are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland. The state level teachers organizations of state universities and the colleges of the above 6 states are under the Northeast zone of AIFUCTO. We may recall the NEC meetings and the zonal meetings have been reason. For example, National Executive Committee meetings on 23rd and 24th April of 2009, the All Manipur College Teachers Association organized the first NEC meeting in the Northeast at the premises of modern college in Park, with a UGC sponsor, national seminar, with a theme higher education in the Northeast, its problems and the prospect. On 6 July 2019, the Meghalaya College Teachers Association organized the second NEC meeting in the Northeast India at St. Anthony College. Today, we are here taking part of the third NEC meeting come national seminar here at Kohima Science College from 9 to 10 June 2023, organized by all Nagaland Women College Teachers Association with collaboration of the Kohima Science College Teachers Association for the third time in Northeast India, which will be a historic one. For journal meetings, on 31st August of 2009, Assam College Teachers Association organized the first journal meeting at Girls College, Guwahati. On September 9th of 2014, Arunachal Pradesh College Teachers Association organized the second journal meeting at Deranatun Government College, Itana. The event was organized by the then Chief Minister of this Health. On 24th June 2017, at Nehu, the third journal meeting was organized by Meghalaya College Teachers Association. Recently, On 26 October 2022, the fourth zonal meeting was conducted through online mode. These are the events happening in Nagaland region. Role played by the teachers movement, role played by the Northeast teachers organization in the teachers movement in national level. On behalf of AIFUCTO and my personal behalf, I extend my warm greetings and best wishes on the happy occasion of the seminar cum NEC meeting of AIFUCTO. I also welcome the distinguished guests for their gracious presence amidst us to discuss and deliberate on present national scenario of education. We all feel proud to be here in Kohima, Nagaland, the state which contributed immensely to the politics and culture of our great nation. Naga nationalism throughout has been committed to Indian nationalism and unwavering faith in the Indian Constitution. Their role against British imperialism was quite unique and memorable forever. The contribution of Nagaland's Rani Gani Dinuru to our freedom struggle is still fresh in our mind. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose established first Azad Hind administrator village in Naga Hills in Ruzao village. AIFUCTO is fortunate to have its national executive meeting and a seminar entitled NEP 2020 Envisioning Quality Higher Education in the historic city of Kohima, which represents ethos of unity and diversity of Indian culture. I am grateful to the affiliates of AIFUCTO in Northeast, our National Secretary, Professor M. Lokendro Singh, leadership of ANGCTA for their enthusiastic response to organize 2 days mega event here. It is needless to mention here that the affiliates of AIFUCTO in Northeast as well as in Nagaland have played important role in serving the organization and members of the nation and also contributed to a strengthening of AIFUCTO at national level too. All India Federation of University and College Teachers Organizations, the only national platform of university and college teachers across the country, committed to democratic, secular, scientific and inclusive education system. Since its foundation in 1962, AIFUCTO continues to commit itself to the values of Indian Constitution and recognizes the multicultural, multi-religious and multilingual identity of our nation. Friends, we are meeting here in an unprecedented national and international scenario detrimental to the long-cherished values and philosophy for which AIFUCTO has struggled. Global finance capital under the monopolistic hegemony of USA has created situation where the
that is this new education policy 2020, in spite of the demands of almost all the democratic teachers organizations, that is, and this demand is not a new demand, it is a demand for quite some time. That is, the education system in India should be combinations of 3 E's. It should be entry to education for all, equity in education, and excellence in education. But what has been proposed through ADP 2020 is not the combinations of three E's, but instead it is combinations of three C's. What are those three C's? Centralization, commercialization, or you may call it corporatization as well, and communalization. This is the major reason why we are opposed to it. This new education policy, when proposed in the month of July 2020 during the peak period of COVID pandemic, all of us are very eager to know what is there inside. Because after long 34 years, another education policy has come. Prior to this, it was 1986 when NP was proposed by, at the time of the then Prime Minister, Rajiv Gandhi. After so long years, so many years, new education policy has come. So we all went through it. And what we found that this education policy is very well drafted, and the language is very lucid, in a very simple way, it has been presented. On your first reading, it may appear that there is nothing, not much to oppose. But when you read between the lines, you will find this education policy is going to be a dangerous education policy in some some aspects of this education policy is concerned. Actually, in this education policy, many times reference has been made to the ancient India and its glory. It has been mentioned that the knowledge of ancient India, Takshashila, Vikramshila, Nagaland, etc., are to be utilized properly at the present situation. Yes, we must do that. Because any knowledge enriches us. But the question is, why only ancient India? Why not the medieval period, which is recognized as the Islamic period? What is the problem? Then again, a new education policy has come. Government has declared its goal that in 2035, the gross enrollment ratio has to be increased to 50% almost. Yes, very good. We also welcome this target and welcome this announcement.
Shortages of teachers in many colleges, and so the proper recruitment system, the academics and the infrastructure system, it has to coordinate in order to take forward our education, higher education to a higher level. And the upgradation of the UG colleges, it must be taken on priority basis. The existing UG colleges must be upgraded with the proper infrastructural facilities, and also upgrade to the PG colleges where the students can also get the privilege to pursue their studies, and also then we also create better avenues for the teachers as well. And along with that, the care of the teachers will also be enhanced. Now we have a very limited career prospect. Many teachers, many senior teachers, we end up our profession as associate professor. So, opening up PG colleges, it will also create more research environment, and also it will help the teachers to progress even to the level of the professorship. And so this also must be addressed. And the upgradation or development of an institution, of one college, one institution. Right? The government must have a proper process of recruitment of teachers and staff. The development of one college should not be at the cost of another college. And we should not take away the students on trial basis. We must prepare the system properly, and we have to take our students forward to give proper higher education to them. So these are some of the issues. We don't have the state universities. It's a high time that we also have the state universities, so that our students can also pursue their PGs, their PhD, their research. So that facility also has to be created in the state. Our gratitude to the Government of Nagaland, the Directorate of Higher Education, for giving full support, morally, financially, towards the organizing of this program. Our Directorate of Higher Education has contributed rupees 50,000 towards organizing this program. Our Honorable Minister, Sri Inaugural, he was also given his consent to be the chief patron of this program. But last evening we were informed that because of the cabinet meeting that has been scheduled today to take up some pertinent issues concerning the teachers of Nagaland, he expresses inability. And our commissioner secretary, who is also the patron, one of the patrons, could not be here due to health ground. And while taking this privilege, I also would like to extend our appreciation and gratitude to our former Commissioner and Secretary, Sri Kumar. He was the Commissioner and Secretary for Higher Education till 31st May 2023. Till then, he was giving the support to our organization and to this program as well. I would like to especially thank the Principal of Science College, the entire faculty and staff of this establishment. Punjab, Singh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkal, Banga, Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Uchchal, Jaladhi, Taranga, Tava Shubha Name Jage, Tava Shubha Jai Bharat Bhagya Vidhata, Jai He, Jai He, Jai He, Jai 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 Jai.
In hosting eminent speakers, and I particularly refer to Professor Kesab, Bhattacharya, the President, Dr. Arun Kumar, Professor Arun Kumar, the General Secretary, and Professor Lokendro, Singh, National Secretary of AIFUCTO. My recap of today's event will not be complete if it omits the contributions by the distinguished representatives from different states. Their participation and the short interaction that we have had since last evening and early this morning has undoubtedly enriched discussions and assured us of a worthwhile outcome. I am therefore confident that by the time we wrap up this session, our knowledge of what constitute good practices in higher education would have increased, and our vision of quality higher education can be achieved with a multi-pronged and well-coordinated strategy. In this respect, we all count on AIFUCTO and all its federating units to serve as the leading voice of higher education and the necessity for multilateral cooperation on the matter, as it is essential that AIFUCTO keeps underscoring the need for inclusive policy and project higher education as the first step towards promoting peace and security among members and advancing the cause of human rights and good governance. Can I convey my best wishes to all as we enter into an exciting new era of learning that will benefit the teachers and the students in our country. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your attention.
national security.